All right, so here's day one of my intraday trading on the NASDAQ on this PA account. And so we're going to go look at a bar replay to show you what I was thinking pre-market and what I actually took. So the first trading day on this account, and we're going to look at the performance and the trade history and everything. The first trading day for me was last Friday, June 13th. And so we're going to go through that. Now, the first thing that I look at when I open the chart prior to the open is I want to look at the daily chart. And I want to get kind of a bias here. And so it's pretty clear that the bias is to the upside. We have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So I want to be bullish. I don't want to be selling short this market. 4 hour looks a little more sideways, but still overall bullish. Same thing on the hourly. We had a nice sell-off pre-market, and a lot of times when we're trending higher on the daily chart and we get these big pullbacks overnight, we rally off the open. And so that's my bias going into the morning. You can see that the Euro session was very bearish. We had, I believe this is when Israel bombed Iran. And so that sent the markets lower. And a lot of times, like I said, you get this snapback. And so I go from the hourly down to the 5-minute chart. And then you can see that I use some of these levels. And so some of the levels that I use are from this ICT stuff. And I don't trade ICT, but I think some of the Asia, Euro, previous day high and low levels are pretty important. And so I factor them in to my decision-making process when I trade. So there aren't really any levels too close to price, maybe this European low, but I'm bullish, so I want to move higher. So there's not really any resistance above me. So I'm not really worried about taking a breakout long because I think we could retest these highs up here pretty easily. I think we for sure go and make a push for this Asia high and kind of retrace this Iran move. So what I was thinking is off the open, let's look for longs. And so then I come down to the 1-minute chart, and this pink line is the VWAP, and this darker greenish blue line is an EMA. And so I use these to kind of give me a sentiment read on the momentum of price. And so again, the high time frames are looking bullish. The EMA is leading the VWAP in a major way, and we get this push higher. So now I'm feeling pretty good about longs. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to chase the top part of this trend. I want some kind of consolidation for a move higher or a pullback to this EMA to then continue this move higher. So what I'm looking for is a consolidation like this and a pullback to this EMA. And now I have the high time frames with me. I have the lower time frames with me. And now I want to look for a scalp to the long side. And we're really just going to look to trade it up to this area here. So once I get some buyers showing me that they're stepping in, I'm going to look to enter long. And so this didn't really meet my entry criteria. So I kind of just waited. I wanted to look for a better entry. And so we're waiting, and here I start to see these bottoming wicks. And so what I do is I'm going to get in here when I see these buyers starting to step in. When price starts to try and get pushed lower, and it can't. And so I got in on the open of this 950 candle. And I was looking to risk 15 points and make about 30. And so there you go. That was my trade right there. We traded to the high of the Asia session, and I hit my target. And so if we go look at my performance for the day, this was 613. I took one trade and it was profitable. I was trading 2 accounts, and so I was trading 2 micros or 2 minis on the NASDAQ, and I accidentally took 2 minis on my PA. So I should have only really made $500 here, but I ended up making 1,000 because I doubled the size on accident. So that was a blunder on my end, but you can see overall a profitable day. Made about 25 points. I think I cut my target a little short on this because we were getting close to these highs. So that was the trade for the day, and it was a successful first day.